Hey guys, this is Korean Billy,
American John,
Australian Walter,
South African Chantélle,
prettiest Sam.
and today we're going to do web's most searched questions about South Africa. Chantélle, you are
You ready?
South African.
I am.
Yeah,
Proudly.
and finally, South Africa is getting the spotlight.
It's about time. I feel we need to get a lot more spotlight.
Yeah.
First question, where is?
No. I was born in a city called Bloemfontein. Then we moved a bit. And then I spent the longest time, basically it's part of the capital city, Pretoria, before I moved to Korea. Before we do start, I do want to say something that I absolutely can't speak for every single South African because we just have too many amazing cultures and different racial groups as well. But as a white South African, I really can try to represent everyone else as much as I can and to make people more aware of the different people and cultures in my country. So bear with me and I'll try my best.
So let's get started then. Why is South Africa?
Why is South Africa ZA or ZA?
ZA
or ZA?
I think it's ZA. Yes.
ZA. American over here with his Z's.
ZA. My closest guess would be, before we became Republic of South Africa, we also used to be known as South Africa. It's based on the Dutch part.
Oh,
and
that's why it
Z
sounds
means
German.
south. There's still a lot of ZAR. It's very old.
Very
So it's not from English words then?
No. But now it's the Republic of South Africa in English.
Do you also use like SA then? SA, South Africa?
Yes, no. When I talk about South Africa, I say SA. You know, when I make it shorter. This is more official. ZAR is also more official for the currency. Sometimes when you look at converting, you'll see it's like ZAR.
Why is South Africa called South Africa?
It has something to do with the fact that we are at the bottom of Africa. Sometimes when I tell people I'm from South Africa, people who don't know much about the country will ask me, where in South Africa is your country? So I'm like, no, not Southern Africa. South Africa, the country. And they're like,
Right.
Africa's not a country. They mind blown it, it's a continent.
Then they're like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, you remember Africa's really big, right? So
Yeah. I think South Africa have beautiful names for their country. Like, really beautiful names.
Yes.
Like you said, like the capital Pretoria. Like that sounds like a paradise.
It sounds so
So
nice.
exalted.
it's
I love
actually
it.
named after a man, but it is a little controversial. We have changed the name now. The capital has a new name now. It's called Tshwane.
Okay.
It's more related to history and who originally lived there before the white settlers moved up to the Pretoria and the Gauteng province area.
Still a beautiful name.
Yeah.
Such beautiful
Yeah,
names.
Tshwane is actually
Yeah.
a nice name.
Why is South Africa dangerous or considered to be dangerous?
Yeah, unfortunately, we do have high crime rates. It's worse in specific areas like townships where many of the very underprivileged people live. So crime rates are extremely high there, unfortunately. Also, it does depend where you are. Some parts are definitely safer, but as a South African, we're kind of used to just being careful. Like, you can't leave your things just out. And when you go home, you always lock up and you always lock your cars and everything. And we try not to really leave our cars out in the street at night if it's possible either. But I mean, it's not like I'm in danger of being killed every day. I'm privileged enough to live somewhere that wasn't going to happen all the time. But there are many South Africans that don't have that, and they live in, extreme poverty as well. And those areas are very dangerous, especially for women. So it really depends where you are.
So basically, like every other country.
Yes.
I was just thinking England.
Yeah. Same in Australia as well.
Yeah.
There's places you don't want to go as well. So.
Why is South Africa called the Rainbow Nation?
Yes.
Is that because there's often rainbow in South Africa?
There's a
or-
24/7 rainbow.
Yeah.
It's about the people. We have many different races and so many cultures. We have 11 different languages, official languages, just to give you an idea. So it's about us living together, and we're trying to live, in a united South Africa. It's white South Africans, black South Africans, Indian South Africans. We have coloured South Africans, which is a unique ethnic group to us. Their heritage is really, really interesting. And then we have other, which would be the category, and that would be other Asian people as well, etc. So that's why It's the mixture of culture and races all together.
It's about how diverse
Yes,
people are.
so it's such a diverse country.
How do
Yeah.
schools manage that official language system? If there's 11 of them, that must be a bit
That
hard.
does cause a bit of issues sometimes, but I think in most schools English is one of the primary languages, and then it depends on what school you choose. It might be Afrikaans as another language, or one of the African languages as one of the other languages. Yes.
Why is South African?
Why is South African data so expensive?
It also says that it's so slow. The internet is so slow, right?
Yeah, I can agree with the slow internet. When I was still living there, oh man, when I came to Korea, it's like you're in heaven. You know, when you wanted to download something in South Africa, it takes time. So we've become used to being so patient, and it's like instantly, basically.
Yeah.
So when I go and visit home, I'm very frustrated.
Yeah.
95% of the time.
Australia's similar as well. They're not that fast compared
I'm
to
used
Korea.
to Korea's really fast internet,
Really.
and it's very difficult to go back. But I actually don't know why it's expensive. It could be related to maybe the companies. There aren't as many options. Maybe there's a bit of monopoly going on or something. I think for the speed, it seems expensive. It's not as quick, and you need to pay a lot. South Africans, if you know, please enlighten me as well, because I actually don't know.
Why is South African currency called rand?
This goes back to when they discovered gold in the Johannesburg area. The area was called, I'm going to use the Afrikaans term because that's what it was, Witwatersrand. That kind of put South Africa on the map as well, because there was a lot of gold and many people went in. And then we used as the currency. Yes.
Interesting.
We have really beautiful notes. We have Mandela on the one side, and on the other side we have the big five, our animals, the top 5 animals. Yes. Very pretty and very bright. Yeah.
You can see that.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
please check out above. Those are the 5 animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Why do South African?
Oh my god.
Why do South African accents sound British?
Obviously, it's history related. We were a British colony for a good few years as well. Yes, so obviously they introduced the language to the schools, and
Are there like dialects as well, like Cape Town accent?
Oh yeah.
And
Even with slang, there are some words that are used more in certain areas, like our eastern coast and the Cape Town area and the Tshwane area and the Johannesburg area. Western and eastern, yes, it's kind of like there's a lot of similarities in their areas, and then it's central and northern, basically.
Why do cricketers wear pink in South Africa?
This is not an old thing. They actually wore pink to support breast cancer.
Yeah, Australia does that as well. Yeah.
Right.
But
It
it's not-
happens in the US sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's not permanent.
I'm not sure if it's permanent because I'm not the biggest cricket fan. I prefer
You're
watching
not?
rugby.
Rugby.
Person, okay? Yeah.
We also do pink as well
Yeah.
to raise awareness for breast cancer.
Yes. So that was where the pink came from, which is great. I think it's a wonderful,
It's lovely.
why are South African?
Why are South African called Proteas?
That's for the cricket team. The king protea actually is our national flower. It's really
Oh,
pretty.
right.
Yes. So the cricket team is the Proteas. And that's why the rugby team is called the Springboks, because the Springbok is our national animal. So the Proteas are cricket and Springboks are the rugby.
Are South African?
Okay, I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
Chantélle. Are South African safaris safe?
Yes. If you follow the guidelines and you are not that person who gets out of the vehicle to take photos of the cute lion while he's trying to hunt, then it's safe. Because there have been tourists who don't listen to the tour guides. These guys are professional, okay? They know when not to go close to this animal. And then you read the headline, tourist mauled by a lion. And I'm like,
Flip the
you were
page.
lunch.
Yeah, I've seen videos of that. It's pretty brutal.
Yes, it
actually.
is,
Yeah.
but it's people who weren't listening. So
Yeah, exactly.
generally, if you follow the rules, it's perfectly safe. The animals are not necessarily going to attack you unless you are threatening them.
Right.
And if you're walking around unaided and you don't have these guides with you, then it could be dangerous because you are in the wild. These animals are wild. You are food. You are tasty steak.
Is it like popular to go to like safaris in South Africa then?
Oh yeah, it's very easy. It's close to a lot of the cities, like just outside of Johannesburg as well, in Pretoria. Up north of South Africa is the best though. Kruger National Park is lovely. It's quite popular with tourists as well.
Wow. Is South African?
Chantélle. Is South African a language?
No, it's not a language. It's a nationality for sure, but it's not a language. We have so many languages to choose from.
So it's not like you are now speaking in South African. It's South African English.
Yeah, South African English. We have Afrikaans. And if you want to be like nice and thoughtful, you could look up on the different regions and the provinces or what languages are dominant there. You know, because in the eastern side we have a lot of Zulu speakers, and for example, the southern part is a lot of Xhosa speakers, you know, and then central parts would be like Tswana, Sotho, northern parts is Swati and Venda. And if I'm left out one of the languages, I'm sorry, there's so many. So some parts will have a dominant language except English or Afrikaans, but we can't expect people to know that. So I would just say English is safe enough, yes, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, so we've been taking a look at web's most searched questions about South Africa, and thanks so much for all the nice answers. That was such a lecture, actually.
That was hard.
I've learned a lot.
I'm glad I got the opportunity because I love telling people about the country and all the differences we have and the cool things we have there. So it was nice. And our food is really good.
Meat salads.
Why were there no food questions? Guys, you need to Google food of South Africa. The South Africans will comment with a lot of foods. Our food is so good.
Yeah, South Africans help us. Yeah, leave lots of comments about
we need to educate the world.
And I think that's it for today. And my mates have their own YouTube channel, which is Pagoda One. So if you want to watch more videos from my mates, go check out Pagoda One YouTube channel. And that's it for today. If you like this video, don't forget to click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.